you can immediately improve your psychology if you just watch this video. So the first thing to understand is you want to be trading off a 15-minute fair value gap. So if you're not trading off a 15-minute fair value gap, you're already setting yourself up to fail. The next thing to understand is we have a 10 a.m. Eastern over here, which means you should be selling above this area, right? So a lot of traders get this mixed up, where what they'll do is they'll do something like this. So they'll come to the 15-minute fair value gap, and what they'll do is they'll do something like this. They'll take a sell from this area and they'll have their stop loss just above here, and they'll target the 10 a.m. Eastern. So what actually happens is something like this, where they'll end up getting stopped out and they'll think it's their fault. But it's not their fault, but it is their fault. And the reason why is because you need to allow the market to what we call absorb buyers in this area. So this yellow region over here is where buyers are being absorbed. And the only way you're going to know if the buyers are being absorbed is by reading the footprint charts over here. So what we can see is we see a lot of blue delta, and we see a lot of blue delta over here, and we see a lot of blue delta over here. So it shows us that in the yellow region, which is just over here, if I bring this clear for people, we can see in this yellow region over here a ton of blue delta. The blue delta simply means that buyers are trying to drive price higher, but they failed. In fact, if we look over here, we see 87 for 238, which means that there's significantly more buyers than sellers, right? Aggressive buyers than sellers. But the market is able to hold this area. So this is what gives us our confirmation. So you need to wait for the correct confirmation. Once you have the correct confirmation, you simply want to be targeting the 10 a.m. Eastern, right? So it's pretty simple to understand once you understand who is in control between buyers and sellers and who is failing between buyers and sellers.